Aiken County 911, where's your emergency?
Man, I'm at 39 Hillsborough Street. I can't find my baby.
73665.
AC with a unit here.
Aiken County 911, where's your emergency?
Man, I'm at 39 Hillsborough Street. I can't find my baby.
39 Hillsborough Street.
Yes, ma'am. She was outside playing, and I came out here after cooking dinner a little bit, and I'm looking for her, but I don't see her nowhere.
All right, how old is this baby?
She's 4.
All right, what was she wearing?
She has on pink Minnie Mouse pajamas, and she has in pink beads. She has braids.
Is she black, white, or Hispanic?
She's mixed.
Okay, how long ago did you see her, ma'am? When was the last time you saw her?
I just came out here like no less than 20 or 30 minutes ago. I went in the house to cook dinner, and I told her it's time to come in once it starts getting dark. And when I came out here, I just...
Okay, just take a breath for me, okay? I already have them on the way to you, okay? Do you know where she might be heading? Okay, you have any family or friends that live around the area?
No, but she usually try to chase our chickens to catch them, and I've been looking through the woods to try to see if I see her, but I don't see her nowhere.
What's your name?
My name is Javeayah Harris.
What's her name?
Javeayah Harris.
Harris? I couldn't hear the first name.
Javeayah is spelled Javeayah. And I wasn't out here. I'm 39 weeks pregnant. I can't keep up with her like that.
Okay. And what? Anybody else out there with her? Like that was out there with her? Any friends, kids playing with her?
The way our yard is set up, it's nothing but the dogs and the chickens right here at the back.
All right. Does she have any health issues? Any mental issues? Anything like that?
They suspect that she was autistic, but she's just now turning 4, so they don't have no diagnosis all the way.
Okay.
She's very smart, though. She don't seem autistic.
Does she talk?
Yeah. She can carry a full conversation.
Okay. You didn't see any vehicles before you went inside or anything like that?
No, but what worries me is these crackheads that walk in his house behind the house. I don't know. I've always felt weird about them, and I don't know. Hello?
I'm still here, ma'am. Give me just a second.
My call might be breaking up because of where we at.
Okay. What's a good callback number for you, ma'am?
Ma'am, I don't have one. My phone is not on, but I can still call 911.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Okay. I have them on the way to you. Just to confirm, where was she in the house when you saw her last?
No, she wasn't in the house, ma'am. She been playing outside today. And she asked me, can she play for a little bit more before it got dark? And I said yes. And I literally, her bath water is in the tub, ran, and dinner is cooking, and I came out here to get her, and I can't even find her.
Okay, is there a certain place she likes to play outside?
Usually in the chicken coop, and that's usually where I find her every day. And I just looked in here, and she's not in here.
Okay. Is there any bodies of water nearby?
I don't know, ma'am. Me and my husband just now purchased in this house. I don't know about this area much, but it's not a good area. I'll tell you that. It's not good.
Okay, you say you searched the woods. Is that behind your house?
Yes, it's like a pathway right behind my house. And we usually take the dog sometimes in the woods to just let them run. And she'll come, so I know she knows about the woods. And but I look down the same pathway that we walk, and I do not see her.
Okay, and you said she was wearing pink Minnie Mouse pajamas. Anything else you may be wearing?
Her beads are pink.
Beats are pink?
Yeah, she's got braids. I mean, I don't know if she got on Crocs or with shoes, because she just puts on play shoes, but I don't, ma'am, it's not no way that she could have got far.
All right. Do you have any neighbors around the area that you're familiar with she might be going to?
No, we don't talk to none of these people. None of these people, because they all mostly do drugs. I don't associate myself with that.
Have you checked with neighbors to see if they have seen her?
No, ma'am. I'm literally, I called you 10 minutes after I stepped outside. The cops are pulling up right now.
All right, go ahead and talk to them, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem.
Hey, how you doing?
When you first hear that 911 call, it sounds exactly the kind of call that every dispatcher hopes has a happy ending. A mother reports that her 4-year-old daughter has disappeared from their home. The child is young, vulnerable, and reportedly wandering away from a trailer surrounded by woods in rural Aiken County, South Carolina. Calls involving children this young immediately become some of the highest priority incidents in any dispatch center because everyone knows that every minute matters. Officers are already headed to the scene while dispatchers gather information, asking about clothing, the last place the child was seen, medical conditions, and anything that might help responders locate them as quickly as possible. One thing people are often surprised to learn is that very young children are usually found much closer than most people expect. In fact, many children reported missing are eventually found inside the home. They'll crawl into closets, hide under beds, fall asleep behind furniture, climb into toy boxes, put themselves inside of laundry baskets, or squeeze into places adults don't immediately think to check. That's one of the reasons responding officers almost always search the home themselves, even if the family members insist they've already looked. They're hoping this is one of those calls where a frightened child is simply hiding somewhere and can be reunited with their family within a matter of minutes. Deputies arrived at this trailer on Hillsborough Street, just outside of Aiken. As you can see from the aerial views, this isn't a neighborhood where homes sit close together. The trailer is surrounded by thick woods and uneven terrain. If a 4-year-old really had wandered away from home, there were countless places she could have gone in just a short amount of time. Looking at the property from above, it's easy to understand why deputies immediately began searching the wooded areas surrounding the home. At that point, their mission was simple: find a little girl before darkness, and the terrain made that task even more difficult. As additional deputies arrived, the search quickly expanded. K-9 teams were called in, drones were launched overhead, helicopters searched from the air, neighboring agencies responded to assist, and volunteers began showing up, hoping to help. Over the next several hours, and eventually several days, more than 200 people would take part in the search. Several days have passed, and everyone involved believed there's still a chance that Javeayah could be found alive. Parents, first responders, neighbors, and complete strangers walked through thick woods in the South Carolina heat. As the search continued, Sheriff Marty Sawyer held regular press conferences to update both the community and the media. At that point, investigators were asking for the public's help, encouraging anyone who may have seen anything unusual to come forward. Search crews continued covering more ground while detectives interviewed family members, neighbors, and anyone else who may have information about Javeayah's disappearance. Like any major investigation, detectives were working to reconstruct a timeline, compare statements, verify information, and determine exactly what had happened in the hours before the child was reported missing. Days later, the investigation took a dramatic turn. Instead of searching for a missing child, investigators announced they had arrested Javeayah's parents. According to investigators, the little girl had never wandered away from the trailer at all. Detectives say the two confessed that Javeayah had died inside the home before the 911 call reporting her missing was ever placed. What investigators described next was almost impossible to comprehend. During a press conference, Sheriff Marty Sawyer explained that investigators had learned the couple attempted to destroy Javeayah's remains before disposing of them. He said, "Our information reveals the use of corrosive chemicals and other tools that were used to accelerate the destruction of her little body. Once that process was complete, The remaining material was taken to Cedar Creek Reservoir and dumped into the water. Sheriff Sawyer went on to explain that investigators do not believe Javeayah's remains will ever be fully recovered. He told reporters, "It's unlikely the entirety of Javeayah's body or any other remains from this point forward will ever be recovered." Even after the massive surge involving hundreds of volunteers and countless hours of work by law enforcement, investigators now believe there may never be an opportunity to bring all of Javeayah home. The sheriff also addressed what investigators believed were deliberate attempts to hide the crime. Referring to the action of the two suspects, he said that they had gone to great lengths to cover the repulsive and revolting actions. Then, speaking from nearly 4 decades in law enforcement, Sheriff Sawyer made a statement that immediately stood out to me. He said, "In my 37-year career in law enforcement, I've never ever heard of anything so horrific." That's an extraordinary statement coming from someone who has spent almost 4 decades in investigating violent crime. Both parents now face charges, including homicide by child abuse, along with additional charges related to filing a false police report and obstructing the investigation. At the time of this recording, both remain in custody without bond. For me, one of the most difficult parts of this story isn't what investigators say happened to Javeayah. It's thinking about the hundreds of people who gave up their time, believing they were helping find a little girl who was still alive. Deputies who searched the woods behind the trailer, canine teams working the area, drones flying overhead, and volunteers walked shoulder to shoulder through thick brush, hoping to hear a child's voice call back to them. Every one of those people believed there was still a chance they could help bring Javeayah home safely. According to the sheriff, that chance was gone before the very first 911 call.
911 emergency dispatcher 8876.
Hey, good afternoon, ma'am. I'm seeing an individual being kind of erratic outside of the vehicle, and I just noticed it might have been a rifle in the middle of a tire. He's like carrying a tire, empty tire, and then he had like the rifle inside of the tire, carrying the tire around. He's currently outside of the vehicle.
Can you still hear him yelling?
Yeah.
You still can't make out what he's saying, though?
No, just something about a bicycle. Someone just walked by drove by on a bicycle.
Okay.
That's it. He's talking to that guy. Yeah. So that's a real gun. Now he's got a gun on him, and he
is it out now?
Yeah. Not longer the rifle. He did fire a shot.
Okay, I thought that's what I heard. All right, one shot fired in the background.
And he's arguing with a guy on a bicycle right now. He just kicked the bicycle. He pointed the weapon at him.
Okay. Did he shoot the gun up in the air, or did he shoot it at the guy he's arguing with?
No, he shoot it at the ground.
When you've worked in emergency communications long enough, you hear a lot of strange calls. Some make sense immediately, while others take a second before your brain even processes what the caller is trying to tell you. This is one of those calls. A man reports seeing someone walking around carrying what appears to be a rifle inside of a spare tire. Not next to it, not leaning against it, actually concealed within the center of the tire as he walks down the street. That's not something dispatchers hear every day, and it's certainly not something officers expect to respond to. As a dispatcher begins gathering information, they're trying to answer several questions all at once. Where exactly is this man? Is the rifle actually visible? Has he threatened anyone? Is anyone in immediate danger? Every answer changes how officers respond. At this point, they don't know who this man is or what his intentions are. All they know is they have reports of someone walking through a neighborhood carrying what appears to be a rifle in one of the strangest ways imaginable. The caller continues updating dispatch as the suspect walks towards and around a white Ford pickup truck. Officers are already headed that direction, hoping they can get there before anything else happens. Unfortunately, events begin moving faster than anyone would like. The first officers arrive and quickly spot the man from a distance, down what appears to be an alleyway. Rather than walking straight towards someone believed to be armed with a rifle, they immediately move behind a large dumpster, using it as cover, trying to assess exactly what's going on.
Is it good? Yeah, hey, get over here, get over here, get over here. Oh, stop. He's right here? Stay over here on the side, stay over here on the side.
Hey, if I was you, I'll go to that little park. Hey, to the little park.
Where's he going right now?
It's right there in the middle of the little park.
Within park?
You can creep up on it, bam.
All right.
Hey, let's take it away from him. Keep it.
Hey, he's heading southbound, right? He's heading that way?
Oh, he's right there, but I saw there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Did you guys hear what the signals at? Is that okay?
Yeah, all right, stay right here, dude, stay right here. Okay?
He's right here at me, pointing at me.
It's pointing at you? Hey, it's pointing at him right now. It's pointing at him. It's pointing at him right now.
Pointing at who?
It's pointing at him right now.
Where?
Right here, down the brick wall.
Hey, send in police! You in the black! Stop! Drop the gun!
From their position, they can see the suspect, but they can also recognize that if he really is armed, standing out in the open would put them in an enormous disadvantage. As they watch, the suspect places the tire into the bed of the truck along with the rifle. Before officers can safely close the distance, he climbs behind the wheel and drives away, leaving officers scrambling to follow before they lose sight of him. Just moments later, another camera captures the truck as it leaves the area. As it drives away, additional gunfire can be heard. Police say it was the suspect firing more rounds into the air while they continued to flee, dramatically increasing the danger to everyone nearby. Officers now know they're dealing with an armed suspect who's already fired multiple shots into a residential area, making it critical they locate him before someone else gets hurt. The search quickly transitions into a vehicle pursuit, and from above, you can see just how unpredictable it becomes.
Got him on camera.
Can you attend the description of the white truck, please? Older F-150, white color, white camper shell.
Tailgate is open.
Hey, we can choose 97. We'll call it. Looks like he's trying to use all lanes of traffic, kind of drifting around. Speeds are probably around 80, and we're north of Coronado now, still northbound 5 coming up to Palm.
At the Coronado on the side so far.
Using the left shoulder, and now he's all the way to the far right lane as we come up to Palomar Street. His left hand appears to be out the window for now, but we have not been able to identify any kind of weapon or anything in his hands.
10-4.
There's an STS cruiser right in front of us. He's trying to penetrate technical.
Another call on the vehicle on the embankment out.
Let's do now. What's your designator?
Until she gets it towed.
We're at Venpi 1 right now. We couldn't get us the designator. We're going to the vehicle.
He's slowed down again. Looks like he's trying to get into the far right lanes, coming up to the 94.
Was spike set up at the 5 and India.
Have them block all lanes in case he turns around.
Alright, block all lanes, guys. So he's pretty much sideways on the freeway right now. They're in a modified hot stop, and then he's still very mobile, so just use caution.
Sideways on the freeway. What about hot stop?
Noted the 2029 at turn left of Bravo 9. Contact ground.
Bravo 9 ground United. Is there already a dog up there?
Officers, watch your backdrop with the 5 South.
843 Sam, so we have a contact team. I need to make sure that we at least have 2 officers in a vehicle in case he takes off again.
And well, looks like he might take off here. He just reversed, and he's reversing towards you guys' position.
Towards Dina.
Route, turn off your sirens. We'll continue the pursuit.
Alright, we're back northbound on the 5 here as we pass the 94. And it looks like he's getting into the far right lane, so units are going to need to take the exit there for B Street. Alright, eastbound on E. Edward.
Not me yet.
And he'll be coming up to, looks like 26th here shortly. Again, let's try and get some spikes as we move eastbound here on E as in Edward. All right, southbound here on 26th.
Rather than speeding away continuously, the driver repeatedly slows, stops, then accelerates again, forcing pursuing officers to constantly adjust their tactics. Pursuits like this one are some of the most dangerous situations officers face, because every decision has consequences. Calling it off risks allowing an armed suspect to disappear into another neighborhood. Continuing it creates dangers for everyone sharing the road. Throughout the pursuit, officers know they're chasing someone believed to be armed with a rifle and a handgun now. Someone who's fired multiple rounds before they ever made direct contact. That changes the entire risk assessment. Every traffic light, every vehicle around them becomes another potential hazard. Eventually, the pursuit reaches a residential neighborhood where everything happens incredibly fast. The pickup collides with the San Diego Police K-9 unit before continuing forward and crashing into a residential structure.
South on 26, unit to take spikes eastbound.
All right, TC with a unit here. It's on 26th in between. Stand by. He's going into a residence. 820-26. We do not have eyes on, guys.
Went to the residence after TC with the unit.
What had been a moving incident just seconds earlier has become a barricaded, rapidly evolving confrontation. The first body camera belongs to the K-9 officer whose patrol vehicle had been struck. You can see him immediately exit his vehicle and begin moving towards the pickup. From his perspective, he has every reason to believe the driver is still armed. He knows the suspect has already fired multiple shots earlier in the incident.
South on 26, unit to take spikes eastbound.
DC with a unit here. It's on 26 in between.
Hey, I got my dog! I got my dog! Hey, dog up, dog up!
He's also led officers on a lengthy pursuit and has now rammed a police vehicle before crashing into a house. Those are all pieces of information racing through an officer's mind in just a matter of seconds. The second body camera captures the final moments of the encounter. The officers report seeing the truck's engine revving while the suspect remains behind the wheel. Whether he's attempting to escape again, trying to drive through officers, or reaching for another weapon isn't something they can know with certainty in that instant. They have only seconds to interpret what they're seeing based on everything that's happened over the previous half hour.
Got it. You got cover? Cover me! I'm right here. No fucking move!
We can get a unit or two under one deal. Hey.
Don't fucking move! Get your hands out the fucking window! Don't fucking move! Hey, come here. Hey, steal up here. Yep. Hey. Watch your gun!
Officers end up firing multiple rounds, bringing the confrontation to an end. As soon as the gunfire stops, the mission changes completely. The same officers who had just been forced to use deadly force immediately move towards the truck, remove the suspect, and begin life-saving measures.
Start CPR, guys.
mean.
CPR started almost immediately, while additional medical personnel respond. Despite those efforts, Enrique Cortez Jr. dies at the scene. Before we wrap things up, if you enjoyed this episode, I'd really appreciate it if you took a second to help the channel out. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below. It really does help more people find the channel. And if you're listening on one of the podcast apps, be sure to follow or subscribe there as well, so you don't miss any future episodes. You can also find Music City 911 on all the major social media platforms. The links are down in the description notes. If you'd like to support the show and get a little something in return, check out Patreon, patreon.com/MusicCity911. Members get every episode completely ad-free and with bonus content. It's a great way to support what I'm doing while getting a little extra behind-the-scenes content yourself. And finally, if you'd like to support the show even further, there's a Buy Me a Beer button over at MusicCity911.com. Although these days, it's probably more accurate to call it the Help Brandon Stop Buying Camera Gear button. The funny thing is, this whole video journey didn't actually start a few weeks ago. It started quite a while back. I bought a camera thinking, this ought to do it. Picked up a few accessories, bought a light that turned out to be pretty terrible, grabbed a lens that didn't really fit what I was trying to get, and eventually I got frustrated enough to just shelve the whole idea. Fast forward a while, and I decided to give it another shot. I started filming with my phones, which honestly did a little bit better than I expected, but it still wasn't producing that look I had in my head. So I finally did what I probably should have done the first time. Spent a lot more time researching. I asked a lot of questions, watched too many YouTube videos, and yes, I spent a whole lot more money. Now I've got a camera and lens set up that's finally getting me close to what I've been looking for. The lighting is coming together too. The editing workflow is also coming together. And next up is building a proper B-roll rig. The part that still amazes me is that in the video production world, this is considered a beginner setup. No, and before you ask, this isn't the camera rig they're using to film the next Netflix documentary. I've learned those camera packages can cost anywhere from $20,000 to well over $100,000. Mine is very much the, I watched way too much YouTube and spent way too much money. So if you'd like to buy me a beer, I'd really appreciate it. Just understand that beer has a habit of mysteriously turning into camera accessories before it ever makes it into my fridge. Every dollar goes right back into making Music City 911 look and sound a little better with every episode, and I genuinely appreciate every bit of your support. And before I go, I also wanted to apologize for not having an episode out last week. Between buying all this new equipment, learning how to use it, dialing in the camera, lighting, audio, editing workflow, I realized I spent so much time working on the show that I started neglecting some of the normal life stuff. There were projects around the house that needed attention, people I'd been meaning to spend some time with, and about 1,000 other things that had just been pushed to the back burner. So I decided to take a week off from the podcast, catch up on everything that piled up, and get this new setup where I wanted it to be. Hopefully you'll agree the improvements were worth the wait. I know I'm excited where the show is headed, and I think you're going to notice the quality continuing to improve as I keep learning and building towards the vision I had for Music City 911 from the beginning. And as always, thank you for spending part of your day with me. Whether you've been here since the very first episode, or you just found the channel today, I truly appreciate you giving me your time, your views, your listens, your comments, your messages, and your support more than you probably realize. From Music City 911, I'm Brandon, and y'all have a good one.